Thanks for joining us on this episode of Trojan Time. We are, for one, on camera this time, and we have a really special guest. We say that about all of them, but he really is. In the studio, we have David Jamison, a.k.a. director and owner of Willow Key Dance Center, a.k.a. the head coach of our new competitive dance team here at HLG, and a.k.a. a man I'm happy to call friend. Thanks for coming in today. How are you, David?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing good today. Doing really well.
We're blessed to be able to come here today and have such a nice space to talk about what you have going on. And for starters, let's talk about how you got here. You know, like a little summary of growing up, faith, any little starter things you wanna tell us.
All right, cool. Yeah. First, I just say this space is awesome. I really like it. Let's see about myself. I was born in Springfield, Illinois, to my mom and dad, and they got divorced when I was about 1, and then my mom moved to Hannibal, where her parents lived. So kind of my childhood growing up, I mostly lived in Hannibal with my mom, and then would go every other weekend to visit my dad. So kind of had that kind of like childhood growing up. It's kind of interesting on the faith side where earlier on I went to a First Presbyterian church as like a toddler, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old kind of time. And then also was going to a Baptist church with my dad, so with my mom, Presbyterian, dad, Baptist church. And then my dad stopped going to church at some point in my childhood. I don't really remember why. And then my mom switched to an Assemblies of God church. So it's kind of interesting growing up in my childhood. I had like Presbyterian, Baptist, and Assemblies of God like mixed together. Mm-hmm. And then getting older, the church that I went to, our pastor, like his wife divorced him, ran away, and married someone else.
Scandalous.
Yeah, it was. And he had to step down and all of that. And it's kind of a crazy year. And then I was going with my friend Nathan Rose, if any of you know him.
Alumni.
Yeah, alumni. And we were going to 3 different churches every Sunday for a while. We were going to Clover Road, where I've ended up staying and volunteering and working at some with the youth and kids and stuff. And we were going to Believers Church, where Nathan has ended up staying. And we're also going to Southside Baptist Church, where several of our friends were. But it's kind of fun because it would be like Sunday school at one church, the first service at another, the second service at another, and then Sunday evenings is like volunteering, doing stuff. So
It's especially fun with friends, though.
Yeah, it was fun because we'd like go around together and doing that. I'd say if I was by myself going to like 3 or 4 different places, it'd be kind of weird, but with someone, but yeah, it's cool.
So we know a little bit about your faith growing up. Can you tell us how you got into dance?
Yeah, for sure. So I started dancing when I was 2, tap dancing, and then as I got older, I started like jazz as well. And when I was about 9, my mom decided to have me go over to a different studio that had like more stuff, had a competition team and all that kind of thing. So I switched over, and at 10, I started doing a competition team, and started doing other styles, kind of more all the styles of dance. And then when I was 15, I started teaching classes and just kind of did more and more of that as I got older. And also when I was 17, I started, in addition to the competition team and teaching, I went and became part of a dance company that was part of a convention that traveled around the country. So I was able to like fly out to different cities. And
sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was really neat. It was cool to travel. I just like traveling. But also I met a lot of cool people. I got to learn a lot of just dance-specific skills and technique from professionals.
All kinds of different folk.
Yeah, all kinds of different folk. People who are in like Super Bowl halftime shows and on dance videos with famous singers and things. And it was really cool. It was neat. It was all kinds of different people. And I connected more with some than others, but I made a lot of friends, and it was cool. And there's a lot of exposure to learn a lot of things.
That's fun. Can you give our listeners a bit of what you're about over at your studio? You know, what sets you apart? Why come to you?
Yeah, for sure. So the dance studio I started last year is called Willoki Dance Center, and the name is supposed to kind of encapsulate what it's about. It's the first two letters of wisdom, love, and kingdom put together. And so the idea is that it's sharing. We want to share the wisdom of God, the love of God, and the kingdom of God through dance, through the studio, with the kids, with anyone. And so my goal on just kind of a few practical levels is like sort of every decision I make there, I pray about, and I try to really weigh, is this pleasing to God? And just try to run the whole studio that way. And every single decision, is it pleasing to God?
That's awesome. On the topic of dance still, what can our students and faculty here at HLG expect to see with the new dance program you're leading?
Yeah. So the dance program here, it's the women's competitive dance team program. And so what you can expect to see, I would say, is first it's a new program, so we're kind of like learning as we go, developing plans, figuring stuff out, running into things, going, oh, we need to make a plan for that now, that like this or that unforeseen thing. But you can expect to see a team of hardworking young women developing their skills, training. One of my goals is to say kind of whatever skill level someone comes in at on the team is that I want to see them come out the next year like advanced, quite
better
a bit.
than when they
better
went
than when
in.
they came in. Yeah, as like really our focus is going to be on like just developing skills and technique and stuff, as well as having fun. You can expect to see several competitions that we're planning to compete at. I think in the spring. So we'll kind of start off train, and then go compete in the spring. And also, we're planning to do some performances at like halftime shows and stuff.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, especially the basketball games is kind of the plan. But yeah, and we're gonna have like the competition that we're going to have jazz, hip hop, and palm as the styles. So you can kind of expect to see those styles.
Some cool different ones too.
Yeah, some cool different ones. And I'd say like the performances we do at the halftime shows and stuff, we might be able to kind of do more of a variety of things in the future. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Are there any scholarship opportunities for the dance team students?
Yeah, for sure. So what's super cool is the dance team is like a full athletic team, the same way as like the baseball team or the softball team or something else at the university. So we have full athletic scholarships, just like the same as like the
That's
other
awesome.
sports have. So yeah, super
That's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
Are there any larger goals for the dance department as time goes on? Let's say you're still leading it in 10 years or so. What do you hope to see happen? What are some plans?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'd say kind of probably my number one thing that I'd like to see is relates to the team culture. Kind of, I'd say the most important thing to me is that it's pleasing to God. And then under that, maybe the second most important thing that I'd like to see as a goal is just an excellent, awesome team culture where all of the team members like build each other up, encourage each other, are there for each other. All have like good attitudes and hardworking attitudes. And because I think that's going to really make the difference for individuals. It's going to be what's like best for each team member. And also it's what's going to really make it be an awesome team is, having a great team culture where everyone is willing to work hard, willing to put in the effort and the time, as well as not tearing each other down. I think that's going to make it an awesome team. And I would say too, with that, kind of as an extension of that, my goal would be to see the dance team at HLGU become one of the best ones like in the country. Like that would be my goal.
Take back some medals, some trophies.
Yeah, for sure.
Are there any have there been any times along the road where you ever doubted yourself, whether it was with dance or with anything else? And did faith help in any way?
Yeah, I'd say there definitely have been times that I've doubted myself, that I would say, or like doubted things are going to work out, or, like in different ways. But absolutely, faith has been the only thing that helps for me. It's the thing that, like Christ is my rock. He's the place I go to when I'm scared, when I'm afraid of the future, when I'm afraid of things, when I'm worrying, when I'm stressed. Go and rest in Him and find hope in Him, and pray and ask for God's help, and then God just like seems to fix things and give me peace. And also sometimes He like seems to actually He intervenes, and like it's like, well, I don't know how these 5 things all worked out, but somehow God made it happen, and I'm just really thankful to Him for everything, and every time I've gone to Him and how He's always there.
Amen.
Yeah.
David, we covered a lot of cool things today. We covered faith, dance, business. Is there anything else you want to add today?
I don't know. Let's see what comes off. Oh, okay. I got one thing. If any of you haven't heard, my wife is pregnant. And our due date is in September. So
That's
later
awesome.
this year, yeah, we're gonna have a little baby Jameson. So that's gonna be exciting.
This isn't the first announcement of it, is it?
No, not
Oh,
the
okay,
first
okay,
one,
okay.
but yeah, but
Trojan Time exclusive. I want to thank you for coming, taking time out of your jam-packed week to talk about what's going on. I'm sure, at least one dance kid is going to see this and join. So
yeah,
when that's you, go,
yeah, for sure.
go say Sunday.
Yeah, if you have any interest, you can text me, and I'll give you all the info that you need, and my phone number. Can I tell them that?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
camera.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Hey. My phone number is 573-822-9421. Feel free to call me or text me, and I'd be super glad to give you any info and tell you about everything about the team and answer any questions you have about it.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Trojan Time.